There's a big discussion on Reddit right now about if the plaza is failing.
What?
Well, because there's no more Nordstroms, you know? It's being replaced with Dillard's, which is...
They're still opening Dillard's?
I guess.
Fuck.
I know. And then there was a photo that was posted...
Wait, they're building that new Nordstrom, and they pulled out?
Nordstrom pulled out. Oh, yeah. That was a couple months ago. So now Dillard's is stepping in because they were like, well...
We got nowhere else.
And the plaza was like, we have no one else. And then someone posted a photo of the Intercontinental earlier this week that, like, on the side, that not the Warnell side, but the other side.
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of the siding is just falling off.
Oh, yeah?
It looks like it's in disrepair.
I think, look, everything's cyclical. The plaza has its ups and downs like any place else. It'll come and go. It'll come back.
Yeah. Well, they're also saying it's because the plaza favors chains instead of local businesses.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And they'll realize that it's failing, and they'll go back to the way it used to be when, you know, there was a fucking Halls and a Mark Shale, not a Mark Shale, but a fucking Plaza 3. And, you know, they'll learn. Money talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not dying. It's just,
it's on life support.
Everything ebbs and flows, baby.
It's in hospice.
Yeah. Still love the plaza. I'll be the last.
Listen, I do too.
I'll be the last one there.
It's just Chris at the rooftop of O'Dowd's.
It's just like, come on, I'm here.
You'll take me when I'm in the cold hard world.
There's plenty of tables. Come down and meet me.
They're just letting you smoke whatever up here.
Yeah, with a lot of... Apparently there's no cover because there's a lot of homeless.
Oh, my server keeps asking me for money.
For those of you who don't know, we've talked about it many times here. The plaza is kind of the crown jewel area of Kansas City, where it's a 75 to 100-year-old shopping district.
Yeah, outdoor shopping mall.
That's in the heart of Kansas City. It's very Spanish architecture.
Yes, it's the sister city to Sevilla, Spain.
Or if you're from America, Seville.
Yes. There's a barber from there.
And but like any area of any town. I mean, Westport's the same way. Like, there's times when it's safe and fun to go, and then there's all the other times.
Which has been the last 15 years.
Yeah. But yeah, the plaza they're always like, oh, it's fucking dying. And then the light, then Thanksgiving hits and everyone's like, the lights.
Yeah. I don't think one night of thousands of people in the plaza is going to save it, though.
But it also reinvigorates the love of being down there.
True. You're like, I didn't know there was a soft surroundings down here.
Shake Shack. Fuck yeah. And a marine lair. Who doesn't love a $12 burger and a $75 pair of shorts?
Yeah, and you got a Buca de Beps.
Yeah, but that's the problem. There's a Buca de Beps. Like, what person is spending $100 on sweatpants and then going to fucking Buca de Beppo?
You got a family of 6? Or if you're just our cousin Neil, who would eat a family-sized serving of spaghetti to himself.
Well, that's because that man burns like 18,000 calories a day.
That's just by existing.
Yeah. By the way, I had lunch with him in Dallas this weekend.
I saw.
He's in good spirits.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. And it's also fun, we've talked about it before, to hang out with someone who doesn't curse but talks like they curse. It's a lot of what the fricks.
Oh yeah. And I don't hang out with people like that. He's the only person I know like that. And I probably haven't seen him in 6 years, 7 years. He's
as big as you remember.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, so
the plaza is dying.
Yeah.
Buca de Beps.
Yeah, but also look, the Intercontinental.
Also, that Buca de Beppo's been there for 20 years already.
Well, the poors need somewhere to go when they're down there.
It was a very popular homecoming spot.
Yeah,
for high school.
So's Applebee's.
No, it's not. People don't go to Applebee's for homecoming, do they? Maybe in Olathe.
Yeah, for sure. And I grew up in DeSoto, out in the sticks, where people were like, I think for a homecoming, you actually drove down to the plaza if you were ritzy.
Yeah.
But, that was a 35-minute drive one way.
It was only 35 minutes to get from DeSoto to the plaza. That seems like a 90-minute trek.
Yeah, in LA, traffic, sure. But you're in Kansas City where there's zero traffic, especially out west.
Yeah, and you're 18. You're just going 95.
Yeah, and also not really looking at the clock. It could have taken an hour. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, plaza, do better.
They'll be fine.
It'll be fine. We don't even live there, so who cares?
Yeah, well, it's kind of where we hang out. And there's a lot of memories there.
Yeah. Memories.
Of the way we were.
Of the ways we was. How was your weekend?
Well, let's, should we do the intro first?
Oh,
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's the 1 millionth podcast. I'm Chris Porter.
I'm Andi Porter.
We're siblings.
Yep.
If you haven't figured that out by now, you are slow on the uptake. We're Scott and Carol's kids.
Yeah.
We're cousins to fucking
Everyone.
Zach and Jackie.
All the white people in Kansas City.
If they're ginger, we probably know them. Although we did avoid the ginger. We don't have any ginger.
Oh, I was like, we're not talking to someone?
No, no, we just don't have any of that in our system.
I mean, it could be. My kids could turn out to be redheaded, and it'd be like, fuck.
That would be hilarious. You having kids. That'd be funny. That'd be fun.
I mean, if it's a redhead, he's for sure getting the name Archie.
Oh, well, yeah, all my kids are going to be named Archie. Archie 1, Archie 2.
That's Archella over there.
Archia.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's going to be good times. Yeah. Well, welcome, fucktards. No, sorry, dumblefucks.
Yep.
Talent receivers.
Portheads.
We missed you.
We did. Sorry about last week. I lost my voice.
Yep.
And then I had a COVID scare.
Yep. Double yep.
Yeah, but didn't have COVID. Got my voice back, so here we are.
Turns out there's still other kinds of diseases other than COVID that you can get.
Yep.
And Andi got it.
I did.
But she also, she's a loud talker, especially when she's excited. And, she had a good time. She had a fun weekend.
I saw Gloria Allred sitting on the back of a car, and I went nuts.
Which is rare to see Gloria Allred, A, but B, on the back of a car.
Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't even a parade. She was just getting railed. It was...
She was taking it like a champ, too.
Pride
she was sending emails.
Got nuts.
She's a multitasker, that
and also
Gloria.
so did Gloria Allred, if you know what I'm saying. Bow,
These
bow.
nuts dragging across your face.
Gloria Allred in the face. No, I'll figure it out.
Gloria all
Yep, comedy's hard.
fucked up. She got fucked.
God damn it.
Sex.
So you went to Pride. That was Saturday. What was Friday for you?
What did I do?
Let's talk about last weekend. We got 2 weekends to talk about.
I'll do a little salt and pepper of each.
Well, no, let's get into why you lost your voice.
Okay.
I think the fans deserve to know why you cost them an episode.
Okay, so Friday I got day drunk with Jordy and we played Risk.
Which is weird, but
Why?
go ahead.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just...
We've been doing that since college.
I know. Maybe fucking...
No one else wants to play Risk with us.
No, there's 100% that tracks. fucking you and Newman over there. The Ukraine is weak. Average. How long does a game of Risk take to play, start to finish?
Like 3 hours.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And that's on the short end.
That's on the short end.
Yeah.
I mean, just play Dungeons and Dragons. Just do it. Just fucking go all the way in.
I have played Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I know.
You have to have more than 2 people.
Get yourself an Iron Maiden t-shirt. Grow your facial
I
hair
would
out.
like an Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Oh my God, why? Why?
I don't know, it's like retro. It's cool.
Yeah, but you don't know any of their songs.
Yeah, I know that one song. We are Iron Man. A maiden man.
That's Iron Butterfly.
Damn it. Hey folks, sorry to interrupt the pod here. This is Andi. Just wanted to let you know that both of us are wrong, and it is Black Sabbath who sings Iron Man.
Yep.
Close.
First off, Iron Maiden's music, and I've been to their concert, fucking terrible.
They're metal, right?
Yeah, and it like he can't really sing. Like it's like a weird. It's kind of like a Dylan-esque thing where you have to be like a major fan. Otherwise, you're looking at your friend like, the fuck is what is this? That being said, Iron Maiden was visually one of the greatest concerts I ever been to. Like they open, it's like this giant production. There is a literal full-size World War II fighter hanging above them, and it's turning and it's shooting at you and stuff. Meanwhile, like there's video boards going, and it's crazy. It's fucking pandemonium. But meanwhile, you're just like, can we turn it down? Can we just turn it down? And,
that's kind of how I feel at all concerts these days.
Oh yeah, You've definitely gone down the old lady route real quick.
Well, no, it's only because I've really damaged my hearing from all the concerts I've been to, so
No,
now I have to wear earplugs.
100%. I haven't been to any concerts. I don't know anything about that. Tell me more about your concert going days. Road dog.
Oh my God. We have probably been to the same amount of concerts.
And I'm just saying, man up.
I'm only 35. I don't even, I've been to way more concerts than Mom has, and her hearing is net great.
Yeah, but they're from that generation where they're fragile. Right?
Also, she grew up in the Schleicher family where everyone just shrieked at full volume.
Dude, it's weird when we go back to our mom's side of the family. Like, it does take me about 20 minutes to go, oh, that's right. We've always been this loud.
Yeah.
Like, I just have to adjust. I just haven't been around everybody.
I'm always ready. I'm never not ready.
So, yeah, played Risk with Jordy. And how do you win in Risk? Do you have to,
You take over the world.
So you have to get all the countries.
You don't have to get all the countries. It's just you basically just have to get the other person to a point where they surrender.
Yeah.
I was holding on to my last continent. And once he got my last continent, I was like, okay, this game's over.
For sure. But, of course, Battle of Britain, baby. They were backed up to the beaches, and they won. So just remember that next time you play Risk. Just be like, Battle of Britain.
And have to read about what that was.
Yeah, it's weird that you didn't learn about that at your school that was about Jesus.
Was Jesus there?
So Friday you lost to...
I lost Risk.
You lost to fucking world dominator Jordy,
Yeah.
which is not a phrase you will ever hear in real life.
And then we watched Meg's horror movie Nailbiter.
That she was in?
Yeah, that she's in. It's so good.
Came out a couple of years ago.
It came out 10 years ago. It's on Prime Video. It's called Nailbiter. It is a $4 purchase. I highly suggest you do it.
Is it good in like that it's good, or it's good like it's campy good?
Both.
Both.
It's shot really well, and it's just campy good.
Well, those two don't make sense. It's shot really well, but it's campy.
The content can be campy, but it can be shot really well. Takes place in Kansas. There's a tornado. They have to take shelter in this basement, but it's the basement of these crazy people. Anyway.
It's weird. Every horror movie is about someone having the shittiest day ever.
Yeah. And then Saturday, I went to Pride. Tyler and I went to the parade to go march with his charity that he is a founding member of.
And what's the name of that charity?
Handle with Care. They provide care packages for the homeless in the Los Angeles metropolitan area. They started off doing 30 bags a month, and now they do about 3,000.
Yeah, Google that on your Google machine.
Yeah, donate to them. They would love your money.
And send them your money. I'm sure it's a tax write-off.
So we showed up to march with them, and then the parade took an hour late getting started. And so Tyler was like, "You want to sneak out of here?" And I was like, "Bada bing, bada boom." So
did you actually march, or did you just
didn't.
wait to march?
We waited to march, and then left, and then we went back to his place and changed into nice clothes, and then went to Soho House.
But also a very LA thing for a parade to start an hour late.
Oh yes, but I got to see Gloria Allred.
I heard she was on a car.
I know,
getting railed,
pounded
by George Bush Sr. It was weird.
He was on strings.
A lot of electricity.
Zap! Ooh!
So Sunday you wake up, you got no voice.
Sunday I woke up, I still had part of a voice.
Okay. And you were like,
Oh, Pride was on Sunday.
there it is.
What did I do Saturday?
You know what I like best about this podcast is it's like you're hearing a lot of this stuff for the first time too.
What did I do? No, Pride was on Sunday.
Yeah, no, you just said that.
I know. I don't know what I did Saturday.
Okay.
Let's be real. Oh, I went dancing with my neighbors.
Just like around the neighborhood, or did you go to a place?
We went to a bar. And then I almost hooked up with a 28-year-old TikToker who was wearing a romper he made himself. And then I tallied all those things in my head, and I was like, Andy?
I mean, fucking it's
It's
Saturday.
not as bad as some of the other ones who made the roster.
Yeah.
But I stopped myself.
All right.
Anyway.
You know, sometimes you just got to lower your standards to fucking fulfill your own needs. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I made a mental pros and cons list.
Sometimes you just go to the batting cages and just work it out.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just saying you won't be judged.
I'm also pretty sure he's the reason how everyone got COVID.
Oh, okay.
So glad I didn't.
Yeah, because that would have probably just... If he's doing that to people he's not having sex with, God knows what he's giving to people he's having sex with.
For sure.
But it's definitely a simplex.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the weekend before. Did you have a good week last? Obviously, you didn't have a voice. Okay,
so went to Pride.
Went to Pride.
Screamed about Gloria Allred. Went to
Ah!
Soho House. Hung out with Brandy Glanville from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, not Brandy the singer.
No.
Oh, see, when you told me that on the phone, I was like, oh, fucking, did you tell her to, like, maybe not watch so much TV when she's driving, or?
No.
Okay. So,
No. Wrong. No.
So it was a Brandy that hadn't killed someone.
Unsure. Yeah, so hung out with her. Yeah. And she's just a hoot. And then the next day we had softball, and I already had a tenuous grasp on my voice, but we ended up winning 23-2.
We played the only team that's substantially worse than us.
That's not true. We're playing the next one tonight.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, and our left fielder, Binyam, who, God bless him, just couldn't connect with any pop flies until that game. And he got 3 of them in a row. And so I was just screaming for Binyam.
Her terminology was a little off. He caught 3. Usually when you say connect with 3, that means you hit him. But
he was in left field.
Yeah.
He the ball connected with his glove.
There you go. Binyam's a natural athlete, and I even told him this when we started playing. I was like, the day will come where you're surprisingly good at this game. But it was
he wrestled at UNC.
He wrestled at UNC, which is the University of North Carolina. But also probably a guy, just seems like a guy that probably played like soccer and did shit like that.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with his race or anything, just like he's got a soccer vibe to him.
Yeah.
And, but like, you could tell he's never thrown or caught a ball in his entire life or hit one with a bat. And so, but like, you can just see him you just see a guy run around or a girl run around and do things. You're like, that's an athlete.
Yeah.
And this dude was definitely an athlete. And I'm like, just keep doing it. He's, for lack of a better term, afraid of the ball. He just doesn't want to get hit. But man, yeah, he just started catching them.
But he's gotten hit by the ball a lot.
Well, that's how you learn. I've been hit by a lot of balls. One in particular got me real good.
Was it a...
It was a golf ball and it hit me in the head.
I thought it was testicles.
You were there. No, it was testicle sized. So then he had a good week of no voice.
Good week, no voice. Neighbors got COVID. I went out dancing with them on Saturday. One of them came to play softball with us on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got COVID. They tested positive on Thursday, and I was like, well, that would explain why I lost my voice. But I got tested. I'm clear.
Yeah.
Negatory.
That's pretty great.
Pretty great.
Well, that's awesome. How was your weekend this weekend?
It was good. It was very chill. Friday, went over to Matt Simon's, did a Spooky Dudes over there.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
We watched a movie called Dash Cam, which is all filmed on a dash cam.
Ooh. You think that's why they call it dash cam?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was fine. Yeah.
So is it like a lot of people dying vehicularly?
Yeah, but then they take the dash cam off the dash, and then it's just a regular cam.
Oh, well, that's cheating.
Yeah, and then there's also, like, comments. There's comments that, like, scroll up through it.
Oh, like it's shot on Instagram Live or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's a live stream.
I already hate this movie.
And the woman is, like, a MAGA chick who hosts a car sing-along show through her dash cam.
This just sounds like someone said, let's do a movie that could be shown on a social media site.
Yeah, pretty much. Same director did another movie called Host, and it was all done on Zoom. It was pretty good, actually.
And how was this movie?
It was pretty good. It was good. The comments were annoying.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're like, I'm trying to watch a movie here.
Yeah, but I'm also nosy as fuck, so I'm also reading all the comments. Yeah, and then Saturday, Aubrey invited me out for drinks and uninvited me out for drinks because the birthday girl wasn't happy that she invited me out for drinks because it was like a small group thing.
Okay.
And then Aubrey was like, I'll leave early. I'll come over around 9:30. This bitch shows up at 11:15.
What? That's too late.
I texted her and I was like, I'm going to go to bed because I'm pretty fucking annoyed with you.
Friends.
I was like, you invited me out, uninvited me out, and now you have just straight up ghosted me. And she was like, no, I'm on my way. My phone was in my bag. I was like, conveniently, until I just sent you that text message. But I was like, whatever, come over. I could yell at you a little. And I did, but it's fine now. Yeah, and then she left around 1.
I would have left around 11:25 if I came in and you just start yelling at me.
I was just like, it was more of a disappointed.
I'm not mad.
No, I was like, that was really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
What you just did. But yesterday was a little hungover from drinking wine. Saturday night, I watched that new Adam Sandler movie, Hustle, on Netflix. I think it's my favorite Netflix original movie.
Yeah, you said you even texted me about it.
Yeah, it was really good.
You don't text me about a lot of things.
It was great.
Just randomly.
I had just finished it. I think you would really enjoy it. He plays an NBA scout. It's fictional. He's over in Europe.
Oh, you're saying that Adam Sandler was never an NBA scout at one point?
The story is not. It's not based on a true story.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
We haven't seen him for a couple years. Maybe he's just trying to help out the Pelicans.
He does wear those basketball shorts a lot. It's great. It's really good. Adam Sandler, proving to be an amazing dramatic actor in his twilight years.
Well, God bless him. I mean, when you have a couple $1 billion.
Yeah, and a 40-movie deal with Netflix.
And spread your wings a little bit.
Yeah, and then Sunday was a little hungover. Kept trying to take a nap all day. But Otto kept like being really cute and laying next to me. And then he was like, gotcha, bitch. And then he'd pounce on me and then make me get up and throw his penguin or his ball. And that lasted the entire day.
He just loves you. He just wants to have a day with his mom. Mom day.
It was all day. It was all day.
It's mom day. Let's have a day, Mom.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's great. I was in Albany 2 weeks ago, which is a city in New York. Another one of those mall funny bones. And shit,
Bony malls.
the bony malls. One of the better ones, I guess, given the times. They were good shows. I had fun. No one threw a glass at me this time. So that's like 4 times in a row that I've been there and no one threw a glass at me. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, those weekends are weird. Just when everything's mall based, like the hotel was in the parking lot of the mall. And you just wake up, you walk over to the mall, you get your coffee, you try not to like look at people. And like it wasn't even the nice mall. It's like the B mall. You can always tell a B mall because they have like a hot sauce emporium. Like they're fucking.
Have you ever been into a hot sauce emporium though? Because the names of the sauces are hysterical.
Well, the thing
they're like anal reapers.
Fucking butthole Nagasaki.
Yama shit yourself.
Fucking no more rectum.
Habanero hole.
Rectum absolutely killed him. Before this thing was, because I remember last time I was there, it was a beef jerky emporium. Ooh. So this guy's just trying to expand all sides of the fucking convenience store. Like, I have a feeling next time I go in, it's going to be like a Gatorade emporium. Like, here's flavors you don't see in America. Like, you ever had ketchup Gatorade? Fucking huge in Canada.
Pickle brine with electrolytes. Here's a Gatorade from 1985. It's chunky.
A probiotic prune Gatorade.
Oh my God.
You won't make it to the bathroom. Yeah, no, that's how.
This guy must own a toilet store.
Yeah, if it's still got a J.C. Penney, odds are.
If it's got a Dillard's.
Fucking God bless them. I thought they were gone. I thought the last Dillard's was still in Zona Rosa, and that
Dillard's family is just like huddled together around a fire in their living room, just like, thank God. We'll be able to turn the lights back on.
Here's the deal with Dillard's, and Macy's is also guilty.
The Dillards?
The Dillards.
Here's the
God
Dillards.
damn it.
I just high-five myself.
You should, because you're the only one that's gonna. Here's my problem with the big department stores. Build one and put everything in the one. Stop dividing them up and having a north store and a south store in one mall.
Because they want you to walk through the mall and go to all the other stores on the way.
But also, fuck you, buddy. How many times have you walked into a Dillard's or a Macy's and you're like, what floor is the men's section on? They're like, oh, it's half a mile from here.
Where are the real clothes?
Like the Macy's at the Beverly Center. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's all in one except the men's section, which is down on the other side of the parking lot. Like at the bottom, like what the fuck? Who designed that?
And they just redid that mall.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, we forgot about the men's section. And they're like, well, we got all
Slap it next to the BB&B.
It's 100% what they did.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, another reason to hate the Beverly Center.
Is that P.F. Chang's still there? Or did they get rid of it?
I don't know. Let's Google it.
Because they got rid of like all the chain stuff and put in a lot of local restaurants, which is great.
Which is what they should do.
Yeah. I mean, there's still an Auntie Annie's in there. Shouldn't you worry about that?
I don't think you can legally have a mall without at least an Auntie Annie's. Or, no, they must have closed it because they're saying the nearest one's in Sherman Oaks and the second nearest one's in Woodland Hills.
Yeah, I think they put a bunch of local restaurants in there.
Good for them.
Right?
But
Take
also,
notes, Plaza.
If you're in a West Coast town, there is 1,000 better places. Well, if you're in any town, there are 1,000 better places than fucking P.F. Chang's.
Oh, for sure. You know what? I saw related. I was watching this TikTok yesterday about this guy rating his drive through Los Angeles and like the parts of the 101. And he was like, Calabasas, why do people live here? This is where all the super famous people live. Why? It's just like all chain shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's mall town.
It is mall town.
Do they have different stores inside the gated neighborhoods? They have to.
No, I just think the super rich people are probably having it brought in.
Man.
They have like chefs and shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Like I know when I stay at Kid Rock's place, like every once in a while he has a chef come in and make us dinner and shit.
There's that Joe Dirt money.
That is that Joe Dirt money. It's also that fucking people buy whatever I put my name on money.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
As if his only income was Joe Dirt.
Now, to be fair, yeah, I'm sure he makes like $8,000 every 4 years from that movie. He's like, I donate all my Joe Dirt money to charity. It's literally nothing.
It's a charity that's designed to assassinate Joe Biden, but it's still a charity.
It's a charity. It's fine. Also, Time's going to do that very soon.
Oh, yes.
Well, Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so I was in Albany with my good friend Kenny Garcia. We had a great time.
Kenny
is the best.
You were in Albany.
I was in Albany.
With Kenny Garcia.
And then yeah, we had our softball game, which was super great. There you go. Oh, Sunday. I did a show last Sunday. I did a show at the Improv for the Ukraine. Not they weren't there. They didn't have the whole country there, but it was for a charity that helped get refugees out of the Ukraine, or it's just supported there. It was I don't know. It might have even been against the Ukraine. It was a spot at the Improv. But man, Sunday shows in West Hollywood, they are easily affected. And I was doing I did some jokes and they're like, no. And I did some jokes and they're like, yeah, we love those. And then the last joke, they were like, definitely not. I just went, well, I like to keep it weird. And I just left. And, but no, I had a good time. Last week was fun. We did have our softball game. You are hitting the shit out of the ball. Just P.S. Congrats.
Thank you.
I'm also thinking about maybe sliding over to the batting cages after this if you feel like coming with me. Anywho.
You do that.
And then this weekend, I was in Dallas.
That's where JFK was assassinated.
It was. And other things have also happened there. But I think that's the number one thing. Also, they're still very sensitive about that, by the way. It's kind of the shame of the city. Like, when you make fun of it, they're like, hey, easy.
You can't be like, bang, kersplash.
Bang, kersplash?
I'm sure that's what brains sound like.
Oh, yeah. That's also, maybe, that's like how he died and then how his son died. All in a row. Bang, kersplash. Too soon?
I like to keep it weird.
And now people are Googling. John F. Kennedy Jr. died in a plane crash in the ocean. Just FYI. That's why that would... Jokes are funny when you explain them.
Read a book.
Read a book. And then this week I was in Dallas. Listen, we grew up in Kansas. We know all about Texas, or we know all about heat and humidity. But that Texas heat and humidity is a fucking chef's kiss.
Nothing like it, is there?
Oh, it is oppressive to all races. Like, it doesn't matter. It is at 1 o'clock in the morning. I walked outside and was just like, fuck.
Ugh.
It doesn't like in Arizona. Yeah, it's 118 degrees,
but it's dry.
It's dry. And at night, it's okay. It's fucking almost nice out. And in Texas, they're like, no, fuck you. You're still in Texas.
Man.
And then these Texans.
And this is top of summer. This isn't even the thick of summer.
No. August, it's going to be awful down there.
No way.
And people are moving there in droves. I don't get it. God bless you guys. That is a special kind of heat. But also, if you end up being a really bad person and going to hell, not going to be a huge change for you. You're just going to be like, there's more work. But other than that. But no, the Dallas shows were great. The clubs in this like weird like strip mall / train station / bus depot. And I'm not making any of that up. There's like a West Elm and a place to get your beeve waxed and a Starbucks and a movie theater. And then
honestly, this place sounds fucking great.
And then there's a subway, like an L train that comes in, and then it just apparently takes homeless people from one place to another. Because I have not seen one person that looked like they had things ride it ever. And then there's buses pulling up, and then like normal people getting out of it's like, and then like it is a very nice strip mall, like of.
I mean, if there's a West Elm,
yeah, like very hoity-toity,
and a place to get your beef waxed. You just don't want your hole out in the open just anywhere.
No, and it's cold the pretty kitty. So,
I mean, that's genius.
it is genius. Also, there was like a grilled cheese place, and I'm like, if there's
Is it also called the pretty kitty?
it should be
The
called
squishy kitty?
Who's eating grilled cheese in Texas? Is my question.
I mean, look at what they're known for, like Frito pies, where they open a bag of Fritos and just throw chili and cheese in there.
I'm just saying, if in that heat you eat congealed cheese.
They eat congealed cheese all the time. Tex-Mex.
Oh, yeah. Case, I guess you're right. Man, guess that explains a lot of the figures. Just not a lot of fast movers down there. But no, the shows were, I did have to, in between shows, like after the first show, I would have to sell merch outside. And it was so awful.
Just using the shirts to wipe your brow.
And
this was like, half off.
People be like, can we take a picture? I'm like, if you want to. But it is moist over here.
You know, it's not moist here in LA where we're in the middle of a drought.
Yeah, LA's also technically a desert.
Is it? I don't think it actually is.
It actually 100% is.
So
that's
we're
why
in a
all
drought.
the palm trees are fucking imported and all that shit, and why it's so hard to grow grass here.
Yep, Andy here again, folks. LA is not a desert, according to an article in the LA Times in 2021. We're more of a Mediterranean climate, so I was right, and Chris can suck it. I don't understand why we can't just. I know this is going to sound really dumb.
That's fine. It's not a fucking shocker.
Why can't, it's like there's so much water in like the Midwest right now because it's raining so much. Why can't we bring the rain, like collect it there and bring it here?
Well, so normally the water itself would drain into rivers, and then the rivers would bring it here. Like that's how God intended it to go. But the major problem, here's the major problem. There are too many people, and our resources cannot support it. So by the time the water actually gets to where it's going or where it should go, which is the rivers, the people in Colorado and in the people, they're drinking said water.
Those dicks.
Yeah, so it's not making it to the river. And not
hey, if you're in Colorado, quit drinking our shit.
And then when it gets here, we're sucking it because for whatever Colorado's drinking, the Colorado River has to support Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego, and Phoenix.
But I'm just saying, like, what if we collected it outside the rivers?
Yeah.
In big
buckets. Or smaller rivers called streams or tributaries?
No, just like big containers, and then we ship it or fly it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So you want to steal people's water, is what you're saying.
Well, they have enough.
They do now. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
See, I told you it was a stupid
question. I think we're
question.
going to have to move. And I'm not even kidding. Because eventually they're going to run out of water out here. Like, no one wants to talk about it. But the fact that Lake Mead is, like, ridiculously low. Mm-hmm. Do you know how long it would have to rain in a row to refill Mead? Meanwhile, we're all taking showers and watering our lawns and washing our cars out here.
I'm not doing any of that. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I have been really good about not flushing the toilet.
Yeah.
My toilet is gross. I'm kidding.
Or just turning off your water while you're brushing your teeth.
Oh, I always do that.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
Man. Quit drinking our water, you dicks.
And not to mention there is a giant drought going on. But yeah, no one wants to talk about the fact that there's a huge population crisis, and it's only getting worse.
Let's kill them off. See? More reason to have a Bobos. Just saying. Just saying.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Well, guess what time it is?
Listen to mail time. Man, we've been recording for a long time.
Screaming boo, 40 minutes in. Shut up, you.
I thought we started at 10:50.
But we had to pause for a little bit.
We paused for like 2. Oh, I guess it was longer than that.
Yeah. Look, I'm just telling you what the counter says. Hey, if you need questions, or if you don't need, If you have questions or you need life advice, send them to Chris, send them to me and Andy at 1millionthpod@gmail.com. That's all words, all letters, 1millionthpod. This from our good friend Giancarlo
In Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico, which is a principality of the United States of America.
Which means we consider it to be number one. Just kidding.
He wants career life advice. He says, hello, Chris, ampersand, Andy, exclamation point. I've been working as an IT guy at a nonprofit for the last 4 years, and lately I've been feeling like it's time to move on after repeated promises of changes that were supposed to happen and have not been fulfilled. That's fair. Problem is that every job application opportunity that I apply locally gets rejected. I'm pretty sure this is a sign that staying local is not the move. As LA transplants yourselves, do you have any advice on how to make a successful move, or is diving headfirst and hoping for the best way to go? Thanks for the laughs as always. Fuck you. Come on by from Puerto Rico, Jean. Man, I've always been a guy that was like, if you're going to move out there, have at least a lead. But also, I moved out here, as a stand-up comedian, you move out to California with very little. But I had ends at the Improv. I would say try to have a lead, but also fuck it.
I mean, it's like we said this on the last podcast. People are like, how did you guys move out to LA? And you go, we just did it. I mean, just save up some money. Make sure you can survive for a couple of months, sans job. And then move out here. Get a job.
And also, there's always, you just have to like drop your pride a little bit and be like, be willing to Postmates or Uber or whatever it takes to kind of make ends meet in between while you're looking for said gig, or at least have some source of income.
Or just borrow money from your family members.
You can do that. But yeah, I mean, fuck it, man. You only live this life once, so you might as well get out there. And especially if you're in a job that's, repeatedly failed you. They say true insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So, and I don't know if LA is the place to be for IT.
I think anywhere is the place to be for IT.
But I'm sure there are cities where it's more. So, like,
I mean,
this is dated information, but there for a while, North Dakota was like the new Silicon Valley for a hot second.
Oh.
And, that was literally 10 years ago. So I don't know what's going on up there now.
They're making that Mount Rushmore a giant router, huh?
Also, Texas is huge because
physically, yeah.
But also for tech, Tesla's there and a lot of other companies are going down there because of the tax breaks.
Correct. So, you live in Puerto Rico. I'm sure it's swelteringly humid there.
So not a big change for you. You can move to Galveston and not really see a difference. Other than, the hatred.
Racism.
People looking at you funny. So I guess at the end of the day, do what you want to do in living color. This next one's from Steven.
Steven, I was trying to think of the rest of the song and I've completely blanked. So far, so good.
Yeah, I don't really, I think that's...
You did the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a rap, but who knows any of that.
Living color.
In living color.
You can do what you want to do. In living color.
This next one's from Steven with a V.
Steven. Vivin.
Come to Durham, he says, exclamation point.
That's where the staircase takes place.
And he...
Do you think Michael did it? I did.
Steven really went for it on this one. He says, Chris, the word and, then an ampersand, then Andy, exclamation point, upside down question mark, upside down exclamation.
Chris, and Andy.
Monday.
Andy.
Anyway, Steven says, love the podcast. Currently on my second listen through. Wow, that's pretty great. To get through the monotony of my work.
Even our parents don't do that.
No, they listen to it once.
And Mom's like, that's enough.
Yeah, Mom doesn't even finish a lot of them.
Does she not?
No, there's a few where she's just like, that's enough. She even says, she's like, you guys start talking about things, and she's like, I don't need to fucking, which I get it, Mom.
Oh man, one day we'll make her proud.
You're still the best. We made her proud. I got a card that says it. Well, it's me specifically, but I'm sure it's transitive.
Transactional.
Whatever. Chris has been this is back to Steven, not Mom. Chris, been a big fan of yours since Ugly and Angry came out on Netflix and have since listened to all of your albums. The impromptu bit about the squeaking sound the woman was making in Omaha is definitely one of my favorites. Only one problem. I've yet to see you live. When are you coming to Durham, North Carolina? I play Raleigh, which is right next to you, quite a bit. Let me look at my calendar real quick and see if it's coming up. Beep, bop, boop. No, I feel like I was just there, but I do play Charlie Goodnights from time to time. So really that's on you.
Steven, do you think it was Michael, or do you think it was also, do you believe the owl theory of the staircase?
I don't think if you live in Durham, you are forced to watch shows that take place in Durham.
It was a really big case.
Okay. Well,
huge trial.
Then, Steven, respond if you have answers.
Come on, Steven. Do you know the Peterson family? Tell me.
Andy, I was introduced to you first through the and Son story and then through the podcast. Your back and forth with Chris is hilarious, and I always look forward to hearing about what shenanigans you've been up to. BT Dubs, me and my fiance are definitely down for Switch Sports Night whenever y'all do it. All right, we're up to 4 people. So
sweet.
Probably going to need a little more than that. Hey, this next one's from John. He says he's a dumblefuck. Hey, Chris and Andy, sorry about y'all's voices and sicknesses.
Thanks, John.
And he even spelled out sicknesses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good for him. The pod has been solid even with the inconsistency. I actually feel like it's been more solid because of the inconsistency, just because we have so much more material to talk about when we actually get here. And it's also like we're just excited to be here. Not that we're not always excited, but there are times where you're like,
I've had enough of you.
Yeah, for sure. Had a fucking great time at the Late Show Saturday in Dallas. You're welcome. Loved how you kind of tore into the bitch who yelled, "Go Bills" in fucking Texas. Yeah, she was just, I think she had Tourette's.
She sounds fun.
Yeah. Wasn't able to get you a bottle of 42 this time because gas prices, but hopefully next time. First off, John, God bless you for even having the thought of getting me a bottle of 1942. And you never have to apologize for not getting me one. But thank you for the thought. Keeping it short and sweet. Love y'all. Fuck you. Thanks for coming by. Dumblefuck John.
Hiya, John.
And that's it for listener mail this week.
Listener mail.
And listener mail, probably for the last time, is brought to you by Back Attack Snacks. Go to backattacksnacks.com. Enter in the promo code 1 millionth pod. That's all words, 1 million with the TH and POD. You'll get 25% off your whole order.
Yep. Did you just fart?
Yep.
Oh, great.
I tried to hold it in. That's why I was like, whop, whop, whop. Sounded like the beginning of fucking Comedy's Hard. What's a Daft Punk song? Sounds like the beginning of a Daft Punk song.
There you go.
Trying to say. I got it. I'm going to hit pause real quick because I got to pee real bad.
So you just had to go and pee. We just paused so Chris could run and pee because he had to pee really bad. And it sounded like in The Simpsons, the one where Homer's in New York City near the Twin Towers. And he has to pee from all the crab juice. And he gets up to the top and he's like, oh, yeah.
Because
it made me cackle when you went in there.
I've been holding it for so long. And it was getting like so bad. Like we only have like 10 minutes of this pod left. Like and it was so bad. I was like, no, I have to pause this pod. And I just got in there and I was like, it was involuntary. Like I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Speaking of things coming out of your genitals.
Okay, I don't think we have the same story.
Well, I'm trying to. There we go. So, a woman recently got awarded $5.2 million in insurance money
For?
Because she got an STD while having sex inside of a car. And she did research and discovered that under the car's insurance policy, she was covered.
What kind of fucking coverage is that? Is that covered in comprehensive? That's not collision.
So this actually happened in Kansas City. She contracted HPV from her partner. And on Tuesday, the Missouri Court of Appeals filed an opinion confirming the initial Jackson County Circuit Court Arbitration Award finding against Geico. The woman is unidentified. She alleged that her sexual partner negligently caused or contributed to cause to be infected with HPV by not taking proper precautions, and also neglecting to inform her that she had it, and so that his insurance policy provided coverage for her injuries and losses while being in the car.
That is genius.
Fucking genius.
I wonder if my renter's insurance covers me getting HPV.
Did you get it inside your own apartment?
Maybe. Who knows, honestly.
Well, I think that's the thing is you have to be able to prove when you got it.
I mean, I don't leave my apartment. There's proof of that.
But have you gotten it with, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't fucking...
I could have gotten it from a porta potty at a music festival, to be fair.
100%. Fucking... Well, that got weird. That got weird at the end there. Because when...
I just feel like I could get some money out of this.
Before you used to make a lot of jokes. I just like, oh, she's kidding. And then you're like, no, I have HPV.
Everyone has HPV.
I don't.
Mr. My crotch is clean. Whatever. Okay. This story is fucking nuts.
Okay. Well, that's kind of the MO we're on.
This story is batshit crazy. It has been all over Twitter for the last 24 hours. I'm very excited to talk about it. It is sad, but it's just wild. Okay, so a 70-year-old woman in India named Maya Murmu was fetching water from a well in an eastern Indian state called Odisha. This was on Thursday.
Okay.
An elephant that had escaped the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary in a neighboring state.
First off, learn today that India has states.
Right. So the elephant escaped, sees this woman fetching water from the well.
Yeah.
Barrels towards her and tramples her, and she ultimately died of her injuries on Saturday.
That happens.
Yes. Her family, they were performing her last rites before lighting a funeral pyre when the elephant returned, grabbed her body, and threw her corpse in the air and ran away.
Did it also spit on it?
How did he? Who told the elephant when the funeral was? Who invited him?
Also, what'd she do to that elephant?
No shit.
She was like, fuck you. Fuck this chick. And then came back and was like, no. How dare you honor this woman?
How did it know? So I'm confused because elephants think of humans to be puppies. They think we're cute like dogs.
Really?
Yes. Like elephants will play with humans. Like our friend CJ was just in Thailand and a baby elephant was like playing with him and dragging him into the lake.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were playing around and having the best time. They think we're cute. This elephant had to be like some kind of crazy serial killer.
Or just thought, oh, there's my toy again.
Fuck this bitch. It's like how Otto likes to take the squeaker out of every toy. He was like, I'm taking her squeaker out.
Hey, she's not squeaking.
Oh, man. And then fucking at her funeral.
Man, that's a gangster ass elephant.
Oh, shit. Let it go free.
That elephant's got a tattoo below its eye. For sure.
A couple.
And like a mural of another elephant on its back with born on dead dates.
Dumbo gang. You know what we should do? Bring that elephant over here. That'll control the population.
Yeah.
Set that thing loose in Denver.
Also, India's probably one of those countries where you see an elephant and you're just like, oh, it's an elephant.
But it escaped a sanctuary, like a wildlife sanctuary.
It sounds like it had a vendetta.
No shit.
Sound like it escaped on purpose. Like, I'm gonna get, like it was in the sanctuary, like whittling a stick down. Like, I'm going to get this bitch.
It was also in
I
India.
wonder if that's the woman that got the elephant into the sanctuary.
Maybe, or I'm thinking they're in India. They probably believe in reincarnation. So I wonder if this woman was reincarnated as a human, but was a former lover of this elephant's.
Or maybe the elephant used to be a human.
Also true.
Yeah, that's the way I would have gone with it.
Well, I like to pretend that elephants like to fuck.
I mean, they do. There's videos.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Man, this is 2 episodes in a row you've had elephant stories. At least this one doesn't have a fucking shit coming out of it.
I was like, what was my... That was just a reference.
I mean, we did post the video.
That fucking grass cork.
By the way, go to 1 millionth pod on Instagram. That's all words, 1 million with a TH and a POD to see visual aids for all of our episodes. Although there won't be one for this one, unless
no video of the elephant.
Unless we find a video of that episode or that elephant taking out that woman. Anyway, and also you can find the pod on Twitter at 1 millionth pod. That's the number 1 in the words millionth pod. Andy, tell them where they can find you on the social media.
You can find me on Instagram at Andy Port and on Twitter at Andy Porter.
And you can find me this week in Orlando at the Improv, which is kind of near the parks. I don't remember. It's around, but please come see me. Friday and Saturday, 2 shows each night. And then I get a month off. But
Woo!
Guess what? I got big shows coming up. I am going to do a show July 2nd in Kansas City where I'm going to do some comedy, play a little bit of music. Maybe Andy will be there. Maybe she'll sing with me. Maybe she'll sing her own song. Maybe she'll do some comedy. We'll see. And then October 26th at Zany's, Chris Porter, Zach Myers of Shinedown. We're going to do our own show, comedy, music. Maybe Andy sings. Maybe Andy does comedy.
I have been starting to juggle.
And then the really big announcement, September 11th. Don't forget.
Never forget.
I will be in Portland recording my brand new special. So if you want to come out and see me, if you want to come out to Portland and see me record a special at Helium, that would be the day to do that.
I've never been to Portland.
And as always, you can find all my dates, all my information at chrisportercomedy.com. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Chris Porter. And as always, I am Chris Porter.
I'm Andy Porter.
And this has been the 1 millionth podcast. Fuck you.
Come on by.
How about that?
It's record skipping. Oh, there it is.
Otto gets so excited when we do it now.
I love puppies.